play a game.
Sorry, Brendan. I've got to run out for a half an hour to do some errands.
But I've got nothing to do.
Do your homework.
I already finished it.
Then watch a tape.
I've seen them all. I don't think I've seen that one before. I wonder what kind of tape this is. Wow.
Presenting four-time Magician of the Year and World Sleight of Hand Champion, Michael Ammar.
Hi, I'm glad you joined me because magic isn't magic until you share it with someone, Brendan.
How'd you know my name?
I know lots of things, some of which I'm going to teach you today, so if you'll just move back a few feet.
Why?
Why?
How'd you do that?
That's not important right now.
I'd like to learn magic, but don't you need props to be a magician?
Well, once you know the secret, you'll be able to do magic with props that you can find right here in your own home. So follow my instructions carefully so you don't damage anything. And I guess the first thing you'll need is a magic wand, and I keep mine right here in my purse.
Where'd that come from?
I thought you might ask. That's the first secret that I can share with you. You can hang on to this. See, this will give you some idea as to how simple magic really is. All I had to do was cut a hole in the bottom of my purse, and I hide the wand up my sleeve. That way, when I take the purse, I just put it over the wand, and when I pull it out, it creates the illusion of a long wand coming out of a tiny purse.
Hold it. That's not a wand.
Remember, I said that you can find the props in your home. This is just the cardboard rod from a coat hanger. You paint the middle black, and it looks like a wand, like this.
Wow.
And now that we have two wands, you can do lots of magic. Here, follow along with me. If I were to rub this on my hand and rub this on my pants, you can cause the wand to cling to my hand, just like this. Let me show you. The method is easy. All you have to do is extend your index finger. Apparently, you're just holding your wrist. But if you extend your index finger, looking from one side, it looks as if it's clinging to your hand. That's good. That's good. Here, let me show you another method. In fact, this is one step better. Put this under your watch, like this, so that the pencil extends up to your palm. As you see, the pencil will press against another object at the base of your fingers. Now, that can hold the wand against your hand like this. It could be a pencil if you're at school. Okay? If you rub these two together, put the wand underneath the pencil and extend the index finger to cover the pencil like this. You can show that you're holding it with your finger and then move your finger away, and it still floats on your fingers. You've got it.
That's neat, Michael. What other tricks can you teach me?
Well, I'm sure there's lots of things at the desk that we can do magic with. In fact, we can use some of these things to show you the subtle advantage of the magic wand, not just as a trick in itself, but as an aid to misdirection. If I wanted to take this tissue and tear it into little pieces, I could use the magic wand to cause this to go back together again, right before your very eyes. All I need to do is wave and tap. The tissue restores itself.
That's impossible.
Well, it is impossible unless you know the secret. See, the wand makes you think about something other than the piece of tissue paper, which I actually did destroy and switched for one I had hidden in my hand. I'll show you what I mean. If you fold this one up, like this, and conceal it, what magicians call the finger palm position, you simply curl your fingers in so that the hand retains a natural look, while still concealing the object inside of your hand. You take another tissue and tear it into pieces. Now all we have to do is switch this tissue for the one that's been torn up. You crumble this into a ball that will resemble the one you're hiding in your finger palm position. And as you prepare to reach for the wand, you do what magicians call the switch. Place this one into the left hand, this one goes into the right hand finger palm, and your continuing motion is to grab the wand and wave it and tap. The wand calls attention to the restored tissue in the left hand while helping to conceal the torn tissue in the right hand.
I can't wait to show my dad that one.
Well, let me show you another one that I think that he'd like. It uses money. Fathers usually like that kind of magic. It's a dollar bill. Now, look at it closely, and we'll use a few other things. Some paper clips and a rubber band. What I'll do is I'll fold the dollar bill 1/3 here and paper clip it together. Then you place a rubber band over one end of the bill. Fold the third over again and paper clip that together. Obviously, the rubber band is not even close to the paper clips. It's not linked to it. The clips aren't linked together. I'm going to magically cause them to link together all at the same time. You ready?
Yeah.
Watch.
That's amazing.
Even more amazing is I don't know why it works myself. I can show you how to do it, but the actual mechanics still puzzle me. Now, here's what you do. Fold 1/3 of the bill over across the face of the bill. Place a paper clip such that the small portion of the paper clip faces you, holding down these two pieces. The rubber band goes over the end of the bill, and you fold back this third towards the back of the bill. Now, when you place this paper clip on, be sure that it does not go over all three pieces, only over the two that are toward you. And again, the small portion of the paper clip faces you. At this point, all you have to do is pull the ends of the bill. The paper clips merge towards the rubber band and link together. You got it?
I'm not sure.
Well, this, just like everything else that we'll be covering here, will take a lot of practice. In fact, before you actually do show these things to your father and some of your friends, be sure to practice them lots of times. In front of a mirror always helps me. But let me show you another trick that we can do with the rubber band that I think you'll like. For example, I like this because I'm going to visibly cause this rubber band to jump off of these two fingers and go onto these two fingers here. Now, I'll do it just by snapping my fingers. Now watch, visibly from these two over to these two.
How'd you do that?
Follow along. I'll show you, and you'll be able to do this one almost immediately. What you do is actually cause this rubber band not to visibly jump off of here and onto here, but simply to pivot over these two and onto these two. And the way you do that is, as you close your hand, you secretly pull this rubber band such that all four fingers go inside of the rubber band. That's right, close your hand. Now, they don't see that, so you'll hold your hand up as you do that, just as I've held my hand up here, but you can see that it's outside of the fingers. Then by opening your hands, see, you've got it. Now let me show you a way that makes it seem even more impossible. If I were to take a rubber band and lock the fingers together, twist it here, twist it here, twist it here, now it would really seem impossible for a rubber band to move off of one finger and onto another. And yet, it's still possible for that rubber band to pivot over and onto these two fingers, just as it did before. All the extra rubber band does is make it seem more impossible. Again, as you close your hand, these four fingers go inside of the rubber band, so that when you snap your fingers and open your hand, it jumps visibly to the other two fingers.
That's a great trick, Michael.
You'll have lots of fun with that one at school. Let's see what other tricks we can do. Well, in fact, just imagine if you could do magic in real life. Wouldn't it be easy to do so many things that you have to do? Take, for example, this newspaper. Let's say you wanted to edit this column if you worked for the newspaper. It would be a simple thing to do. You've got a column of type here. Let's say the article was too long. All you'd have to do is fold it over and edit it magically by cutting the center out, just like this. And you've got a column that's a little bit shorter. Let's say you wanted to cut it even more. Say you wanted to take out another paragraph. Still, it would go back together. In fact, if you were magic, you could give it a different slant. Just like this.
That looks difficult.
Well, this is one of those easy things to do once you know the secret. Let me show you. All you have to do is add a little rubber cement to the top of one of the newspaper columns that you're going to use. We'll use this rubber cement here, and you'll also need some powder to keep the rubber cement from sticking together too soon. What you'll do is place a little rubber cement over the part of the newspaper that you're going to cut. We'll take the center section here. Now, rubber cement, as you know, sticks together once the two pieces of paper would come in contact. A little bit of baby powder right on top of that rubber cement will keep those two pieces of paper from sticking together when you fold it in half. Brush it off, leaving just a slight layer of baby powder right over the rubber cement. Now, when you fold it in half, the newspaper won't stick where the baby powder has been applied. See, this is the area. You fold it in half, and we cut. The blades of the scissors remove the powder along the very edge that you cut it from. And that's what causes it to tear just at that point. And you can cut as many times as you want as long as you stay in that area that's got the rubber cement on it. Got it?
Yeah.
Great. Brendan, you're doing great with the magic so far. In fact, I think you're ready for some secrets that you can show to your friends at the dinner table.
All right.
Let's go. One of the best things to do at a table is something with a coin. You see, it's a quarter, and I'm going to cause it to turn from heads up to tails up. But I can't let you watch it happen. So what I'm going to do is I'll cover this salt shaker with this napkin. That'll cover the action, and magic will happen right here. You ready?
Yeah.
All I do is snap. Now it's tails up. Want to see it again?
Yeah, sure.
Now it's heads up again.
Wait a minute.
Oh, you didn't fall for that, huh? Okay, I'll do a different trick this time. This time, I'll just wave and snap.
Where'd it go?
Go straight through the table. Now, let me explain that the quarter means nothing in this trick. This is what magicians call misdirection again. You're thinking about the quarter when actually all along I intended to drive the salt shaker through the table. What causes this to take place is the fact that the napkin retains the shape of the salt shaker, whether the salt shaker is under it or not. Now, I have to make you think about something else, and that's the reason that I've got the quarter on the table. So when I do this, all I have to do is come back to the edge of the table, and your attention is here. And as I do that, the salt shaker simply falls from underneath the napkin. You do this, attention is here. As you go back to the edge of the table, let go of the salt shaker, then place it back, the form of the salt shaker under the napkin, and then apparently drive the salt shaker through the table. That's a great trick, isn't it?
Yeah. Can you show me some more?
Well, let's see. What else do we have here? How about the spoon trick? Is this your mother's spoon?
Yeah.
Watch.
You bent it.
No, it's just an optical illusion. It looks like you bent it, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Watch. See? Here, follow along. I'll teach you how to do it. Now, don't bend it until I tell you to, until I show you the secret. See, if you hold your finger here so that the spoon can pivot, and put your thumb here, if you were to let it fall down behind your hand, but keep your thumb here so that it looks as if it's being bent. See, it just falls behind your hand, like this. And be sure to keep your thumb up so that it looks as if you are bending the spoon, and just come forward with your hand. Let it fall down behind. Okay, now add the other hand to it. Ready? Bend forward, keep your thumbs up. And it certainly looks like it's being bent, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let me show you another one. Let me show you. Oh, here's some toothpicks. Good, good. I'll take a handkerchief, and we'll put the toothpick inside of the handkerchief. And in fact, I'll let you break it up. Okay? Can you feel it here?
Yeah.
Go ahead and break it. Break it again. No doubt in your mind that it's broken, is there? You
No.
can feel it broken? All I have to do is snap. Just like this. It's back together.
How'd you do that?
This is a property of the handkerchief that makes it possible. Obviously, you did break a toothpick. You felt it break, didn't you?
Yeah.
There was another toothpick, but it's completely hidden inside of the handkerchief. You know, most cloth handkerchiefs have hems on them. And inside of this hem is a tiny area where you can put a toothpick. As you can see, there's a toothpick inside that is broken. Let's put another one in. Just like this. Goes inside of that hem. This is the one that's actually broken. This goes inside. And when you put the other toothpick underneath the handkerchief, this is the one you'll see. It'll come underneath like this. You actually take this toothpick and put it underneath for them to break. So go ahead and break that one. And you can hear it and feel it break. No doubt in your mind.
No.
Yet when you snap, the toothpick comes out undamaged.
That's great.
Let's see. Would you like to see the first trick that I ever learned?
Sure.
First trick that I ever learned. In fact, it uses the coin that we used just a moment ago. See? And this is a good time to do it because I have iron poor blood right now. So all I have to do is rub like this, and the coin is going to go straight into my blood system. What? Oh, wait, sorry. I'll rub it. Goes straight into my arm. Like this.
Wow.
Oh, wait, look, it comes out. My ear. That was the first magic trick that I ever learned. And in fact, it uses a very important magic technique. It uses what magicians call a fake transfer. Now, you'll be able to use this in lots of other tricks, so pay close attention. As you start to rub, you accidentally drop the coin. Now, that is planned because now you're going to come and take it with the left hand. Apparently, take it with the right hand. All you do is just keep it in the left hand. You come up and continue to rub, disappears, and comes out the ear. Now, the whole illusion depends upon it looking like you really dropped it. And don't miss a beat. You just keep going, rub, and it comes out your ear. You'll have a lot of fun with that one, and it doesn't have to be done with a coin. It can be done with any object. In fact, let me show you one using just a couple of pieces of paper. If I were to roll 2 balls of paper, place one here and one here, all I would have to do is count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And both pieces are in the right hand. Same technique, same technique. All I'm doing is a fake transfer, apparently placing this one into the left hand and retaining it in the right. I'm just confusing you by doing all this. You see this? Pick this up, squeeze, and it goes across.
That looks difficult. I'm gonna practice that one.
Good, because the first 3 rules of the magician are practice, practice, practice. And now there's one area of magic that we haven't covered yet.
What?
Cards. There's no full-fledged magician that doesn't know a couple of card tricks. Do you have a deck of cards?
Sure, I was playing with them over there.
Then let's go. I think the first card trick that I'd like to show you is actually an illusion with a deck of cards. I'll use only 3 cards, but there'll be 3 cards that you'll easily recognize. You familiar with these cards?
Yeah?
Okay, these 3 aces will go into 3 different parts of the deck. Ace of diamonds I'll place into the center of the deck. The ace of clubs I'll place on top. The ace of spades I'll place onto the bottom. 3 different parts of the deck, and I'll cut the cards once. But if I riffle, all 3 aces are now back together again, right in the center of the deck.
That's impossible.
Well, if you know the secret, it becomes possible. Actually, you disguise the ace of hearts as the ace of diamonds. I'll show you how. Ace of diamonds is on top. The ace of clubs and the ace of spades follow it, and the ace of hearts is here. As you pick up the ace of hearts, you place the other two aces overlapping it so that it creates the illusion that the ace of hearts is actually the ace of diamonds. See? Ace of diamonds is here. So very carefully you show you've only got 3 cards. The ace of diamonds, actually the ace of hearts, goes into the center of the deck. These 2 aces, the ace of spades goes on top, making 2 aces now on top. The ace of clubs on the bottom. Now by cutting, since the bottom is next to the top, by cutting they all 3 go together in the center, and you riffle, and they're together in the center.
That's great.
And you'll get this down in no time with just a little practice. Using the same idea that the top is next to the bottom during a cut makes lots of tricks possible. I'll show you another one. This time you pick a card. Be sure you remember it. Place it back into the deck. There will be fine, and I'll cut it to the center. Now, there's no way that I could know what your card is now, but just to be sure, I'll go ahead and give it a cut. Now, I'm going to go through the deck, turning the cards over. Now, I may not get your card right, so don't say anything if I pass your card up, but I'm going to be looking at your face. I'm going to judge between the cards in your face and tell you what your card was, just by looking. Not yet. Starting to get an idea. I'll bet you the next card I'll turn over will be your card.
Sure, I'll bet on that.
You bet. There you go. Not this one. The King of Diamonds?
How'd you know?
Well, I'll show you how I knew. In fact, this is one of those tricks you'll have lots of fun with your friends. I didn't know what your card was until the instant that I saw it, but I did know the card that was before it. In this case, the card that was on the bottom. Let's say the 6 of hearts. Take any card out, and when you place it back on top, here's the 6 of hearts. Place your card here. The 6 of hearts goes right on top of your card. Now, cutting the cards top to bottom doesn't affect the fact that the top is next to the bottom, like this. Now, be sure never to cut from the center, like this, because you could cut between the 2 cards. Always a top to bottom cut. Now you know that whenever you see the 6 of hearts in this example, that the next card is going to be the selected card. But in order to add suspense, you don't tell them right away the Jack of Spades is their card. You want to hook them in, so you continue to pass the card as if you didn't know it. They think you've messed up. Now, you never say, this is your card, but you do indicate, like, this might be the next card you'll turn over.
Okay.
So you say, I'll bet the next card I turn over will be your card. They'll be very interested in betting with you, but instead of turning this card over, you go through the deck, and you turn over the card that they selected.
That's really sneaky. Did you make it ring?
Now, that trick belongs to the telephone company.
Hello? Yeah? It's my friend David from next door. Can he come over?
Sure, there's some tricks you can do with the help of a friend.
Sure, David. Come on over.
Now, even though David is a close friend, you can't reveal all your secrets to him.
You mean I can't tell him what you showed me?
No, not the secrets that we've shared already. Magic is a secret art, but there are some tricks that you can perform with the help of a friend and perform for other people.
Hi, Brendan. Hi, David. This is Michael Ammar. He's the world sleight of hand champion. Gee, hi, Michael.
Come on in, David.
And he's teaching me magic. Oh, yeah? Can I learn too?
Let me show you one first. Pull out any card and show it to me and Brendan. Hold on to it. Can I make a phone call?
Sure.
Since I already know what your card is, I'm going to have a magic friend tell you what card you just picked. Hello? Just a second.
Hello?
Your card is the 4 of spades.
That's right. How did he do that?
Very well. Thank you.
How can we do something like that?
I'll teach you that. Now, David, you have to keep these things secret between you and Brendan. What you have is a code I set up with my friend. The fact that I was going to call him about now. when you pick a card, let's say the 4 of spades, when I dial the number, he picks the phone up and he starts counting the cards off. Ace, 2, 3, 4. As soon as he gets to 4, I say, hello? That tells him that it's a 4. Then he starts calling out clubs, hearts, spades. Then I say, just a second. Then he tells you the fact that you've selected the 4 of spades.
That's great. What about another one I can do with David?
Well, let's see. Let's go back to the handkerchief that we used earlier and the coin. David, I'm going to make this coin disappear inside the center of this handkerchief. I'm not going to cheat. Just going to snap my fingers. But here, make sure that it's still in there. See, I haven't done anything yet. Brendan, go ahead and make sure. Oh, it's still there.
Yep.
All I have to do is wave and snap. The coin disappears.
I'll bet it's up your sleeve.
No, it didn't go up my sleeve.
It's gotta be somewhere.
Well, it is somewhere. In fact, I'm going to cause it to reappear right where we made it disappear from, right here. Cover the handkerchief again. And make sure that it's not in there now. See? Not in there. No. Make sure that it's not in there. See?
Oh.
An empty handkerchief, yet if I snap, the coin returns.
Hey, where was it?
Well, this time I used Brendan as a secret assistant. When I put the coin inside the handkerchief, you felt and made sure that it was there. Yet, when Brendan checked, I actually gave him the coin. He kept his hand in a natural position. You thought that the coin was just checked to be sure that it was in there. I snapped, and of course it was gone. Then, when I covered the handkerchief again, you checked. Obviously, there was nothing in there. Yet when Brendan checked, he gave me the coin back underneath the handkerchief. And when I snapped, of course, the coin returned.
That's great.
Brendan, I'm home.
Well, better be going now.
Can't you show us one more trick? Yeah, please.
Well, maybe I can show you one last trick. We don't need the magic wand anymore, so I'll roll it into this paper towel. Once I roll it into the towel, I give it one last magic wave, snap, and the wand disappears.
How'd you rip it up? It's cardboard.
Actually, I substituted the cardboard wand for a wand of rolled up construction paper. It just looked like a magic wand. That I really did tear up with the paper towel and threw it away. The real wands are inside of my coat pocket. I've got 2. One is for you, Brendan,
Thanks.
and one's for you, David. Be sure and practice carefully because I'll be watching.
Thanks, Michael. Hey, where'd he go? He disappeared.
Brendan, David, here I am.
There he is. He's on TV, and he's got my deck.
These are your cards, so catch. Look in your pocket.
Whoa! Bye, Michael, and thanks.
Now be sure to practice your magic. I'll see you again soon.